Hello, Leos. This is Maritza of the Sybil Heart, and welcome to your monthly tarot reading. If you hear crunching in the background, that's one of my cats having breakfast. So I do apologize if you can hear it. I've been doing this exercise where I use the Mexican bingo deck, one of the cards from the Mexican bingo deck, to represent the sign that I'm working with. And for Leo, I chose La Corona, or the crown, because Leos are known to be very not egocentric, but they're very proud of who they are, and where they come from. Definitely proud of who they are. Maybe not so much about their roots, but that could be a significant point of pride for some. And I was going to say I don't know why I associate royalty with Leos, but I do know why. And that is because lions are, as the saying goes, lions are the king of the jungle. So I think that's just something, just very on the surface that I associate with Leos. So I chose the crown to represent Leos. I think it's great. Oh, and the crown has little suns decorating it. And Leo is ruled by the sun. So there we go. There's my association. Okay. So I'm using the Tarot Nova by Dennis Fairchild and Julie Paschkis. What message do you have for Leos? What message do you have for Leos? We have the Fool. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So the first thought that came to mind is that you've worked very hard to become the person that you are. You've worked very hard to become the person that you're very proud of being right now. And I'm getting this thought. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to communicate it well, but it's something like you know what you're capable of doing. You know what you're capable of giving. And you don't consider yourself generous in generally speaking, but when it comes to what you are able to give, you're very generous with that. So, like, for example, if you have a lot of time with your, if you have a lot of time in your hands, you're very generous with it. You give it to someone who needs it. Like, you spend time with them, you help them out for as long as you can, And the Six of Pentacles is, or at least in this reading, I'm getting a sense that the Six of Pentacles is making it a point of how do I put this? The Six of Pentacles is making a point that you can only give so much, but what you can give is a lot. And you know that already, but that's something that's going to come up if it hasn't already. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it means that you've worked really hard to get to this point of generosity. And I know the Fool is here, but I just want to point out that you are no fool when it comes to expressing what you can and cannot give, what you can and cannot be relied upon to do. You don't just, you're not generous for the sake of generosity. It is more of like conditional generosity. And it's not like you expect some kind of reward or recognition. It's more of like, when the time comes, you are hoping that the people that you've helped, or whatever the situation is, will help you when you need it. And it's not like you're holding them to it. It's more of like it's just a hope that you have, that you're hoping they'll help, that they'll reciprocate the help that you're giving them now. So we have the Queen of Swords. So I'm seeing two things through the Queen of Swords immediately. The first thought that comes up is that the Queen of Swords is the one who is setting up the laws for you. Like, you have your limits, but the Queen of Swords is saying, if you give too much away, you won't have enough for yourself. So if you're not careful about the generosity, whatever this generosity is, you won't have enough for yourself, and that will eventually build and build and build, and it'll start to wear away at you. It'll start to break you down. So the Queen of Swords, one of the things the Queen of Swords is saying in this reading is that you have to be careful. And then the other thing is, oh gosh. Oh, some people that are receiving your generosity may be not ungrateful, but like yeah, I guess so. What they want is an unconditional generosity from you. Because, well, before I continue with the reading, let me see what's up. 5 of Cups and the Empress. So, some people may be ungrateful towards the generosity that you're giving, or disappointed or dissatisfied, or they want more than what you're capable of giving. And this is where the Queen of Swords is coming in and saying, hey, like, put a cork in it. Like, you gotta make sure you don't overextend yourself with the generosity. And the Empress is saying, that you have enough to give, right? What you have to offer is, it's no small joke. But there may be some that may, like, you have to be careful in interacting too much with the people who want more than what you're able to give. Oh, okay, so with the 5 of Cups, I'm also seeing that you may even be noticing that you don't have enough for yourself, and which in turn could be in some ways poisoning your enthusiasm for the generosity that you're giving. And so again, that's like the beginning of the breaking down. So I feel like the Empress, the Queen of Swords is, I get this sense that the Queen of Swords is saying, look, I told you so. And the Empress is saying, well, sure, but like make sure that you are engaging in something that will replenish your sense of generosity, because I guess through this reading I'm getting a sense that this is your generosity, whatever it is that you're able to give, is a point of pride for you. And to replenish whatever your resource is, it does take a bit of work, a bit of effort, but if you are diligent and you give yourself enough patience, you'll be able to you'll be able to restore your sense of self. Let's see. Okay, and final card. Just shuffling my cards a bit. Is the Knight of Swords. I think the Knight of Swords is saying you'll have to be a little bit more strict, more limiting, more assertive in what you're able to give. So you can't just go giving whatever your resource is all willy-nilly to whoever comes your way. You have to be more discerning about who you give your generosity to. In terms of astrology, I'm seeing the planet Uranus, which has to do with self-identity and the expression of who you are. The air signs, which is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. And we're also looking at the planet Venus, which deals with romance, relationships, beauty, like the beauty within yourself and your relationship with the beauty that you behold, like what you behold is beautiful. What is your relationship with that? And like beauty in general, like what do you consider beautiful? What is your relationship with beauty that you have and hold? Okay. And also I wanted to mention that Venus just went direct in Pisces. So this could be a case where your generosity in terms of your relationships is being reconsidered, I guess, or like kind of pointing that this is a potential problem area, in quotes. So just keep an eye out if you begin to feel, I guess, resentful towards some of your relationships, especially if you're giving more than you are receiving, because it's going to start to break you down. And so practice a lot of self-care. Try to replenish your whatever the resource is that you're generous with. Or like give your, like, if it's something that is intangible, take a bit of a break and take care of yourself before you start taking care of others again. Because that's also really important. Unless you're a crisis person, like if you can handle a crisis well, I don't think this reading will apply to you, because crisis management, I mean, that's a whole other beast. For Leos who can manage a crisis are, in my opinion, like, I don't know, they're amazing. I don't know. I can't. They're really good at it, is what I'm saying. Not Leos in general, but Leos who can. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to shut up. This is the end of the reading. Thank you so much for being here, Leo, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.